What's up guys, Average Bros back here with another video, and as promised I'm back with a 1 week update on the setup from the last video, which is the Aromomizer steamcrave RDA and my E-Leaf istick tc100w. In the last video, I said I didn't really fully want to recommend this RDA until I spent a little bit more time with it. And, I didn't really get to test a whole lot of different resistance ranges and stuff. I did throw a couple builds in here. There was, for the video that I did, there was the 0.76 ohm build in there as a single coil. And then I also built another single coil, and it read at a 0.85 ohm. And then I've done a couple dual coil builds. This is actually one of them in here right now. Let me check what it's reading. It's reading at a 0.4 ohm, and I've got it in bypass mode, which basically turns this into a dual 18650 mech mod or unregulated box mod. You can run it with the single battery. I just prefer the dual because I get more battery life, and I also think it does also give less voltage sag whenever it's pulling the load across two batteries instead of trying to fire all that strength out of just one battery, which also I do believe increases the battery life if you do run two. Well, obviously it's going to increase it, but I mean it actually makes it more suitable and stable, and where you can actually get a lot more life out of your mod. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. There was a guest that came in. I'm at work right now, as usual whenever I film my videos. Funny, it seems like the only free time I ever have is whenever I'm working. Odd. But anyways, back to what I was saying. But yeah, I do feel like you get a much better hit or drag whenever you're running it with the dual 18650s. I personally have not ran it in a single 18650 because, like I said, I prefer the dual 18650. I like the weight behind it, I like the feel of it, and it just feels, I don't know how to explain it without sounding like really weird. I don't know, it just feels more like, I don't want to say hardcore or anything like that, but I don't know, I just like the way it feels. Like, it feels nice, it looks really freaking awesome, and like I said, I didn't really throw too many builds in here, but just using it for that week, flavor on point. Vapor production was actually, I got more vapor production running it in the dual coil than I did the single, but that's to be expected because I could put more wattage into a dual coil build than I could put in a single coil build. The single coil build, I love it as for flavor chasing, but whenever I'm wanting a little bit more of a hit or a little bit more thicker, denser vapor production, I do go with the dual coil build because it still gives really good flavor, but it is a much more noticeable difference in the vapor production. I will go and do an in-depth review of the mod, but right now, like I said, the whole time I've been using it, I haven't used it in any of the temperature modes. I used it in wattage for the first two builds I put in here, and then I basically just been running it like a mech mod, an unregulated box mod. I just like it because I don't have to mess with any wattage. It automatically sets the wattage depending on how many volts are left in the batteries, and it's just been a really nice vape. Oh, and I also put this little hippie minion sticker on there. I thought that looked dope as fuck. But besides that, there's not really too much to talk about. It's been a really nice setup. Like I said, if you want a really durable, reliable, good battery life, good flavor, I would recommend, honestly, this whole setup. Like, it's just awesome. I mean, I really don't think I could say enough good things about this setup, and it's just been really great. I've been enjoying it. I'm planning on ordering a few different styles of pre-made coils, like some dual fuse Claptons, some Hive coils, some nichrome coils, alien coils. There's so many different coils out there, and right now, the build I have in here, let's see if I can maybe show it to you really quick. 1 second, I gotta set my camera down really quick. Maybe I can get it to like stand up while I show you. And this is the build I have in here. It's a dual micro coil build, and they were spaced out, but they've been in there for this is like the 4th day, so they're pretty gunked up and need to be cleaned. But I'll go ahead and fire it to show you guys how it works. Very nice. But yeah, it's just been a really great setup. I really enjoy it, and honestly, I love running my istick tc100w as a unregulated box mod, but that could just be because I'm really into box mods or mech mods right now, which I've always really liked mech mods. I thought they were really cool. At first I was kind of like tripped out by mech mods because like it was unregulated and you had no screen and yada yada yada, hybrid top caps, non-hybrid top caps, 510 spring connector, a standard 510 that's not spring loaded. There was just so many different things, and like people were talking about like 0.23 ohm resistance builds and running them at like 170 watts and stuff like that, and it just honestly like really freaked me out. So for a while I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna stick with regular tanks. I don't think I'd ever really be into really big huge mods or a lot of wattage or anything like that. But I do agree that vaping on an RDA or RTA does give you a much more sensational experience than vaping on like a standard tank, and also you have more versatility with an RDA or RTA because you're putting in your own builds and you're using your own brand of coils, own brand of wire. It's just so much more versatility, and honestly I think that's what really started getting me into the mech mods was RDAs, and everyone's like, oh no, you're supposed to run RDAs on mech mods, and all the videos I could find were people running RDAs on mech mods at the time. But it's the vaping industry, like everyone says, it's constantly always changing, getting better, and all kinds of stuff. So it's just really cool just to see how things have like changed just in the past like year or two. But anyways guys, that's really all I have for this video. Like I said, I'll try to come back and do a much more in-depth review for the istick tc100w, like navigate you through the menu, show you how to use it, show you how the batteries go in and all that stuff. But yeah, that's really all I got for this video. As always guys, Average Bros. Check you guys later.